Hello everyone, this is Mistress Nightmare here, and we'll be continue reading The Battle for Max's Heart, Chapter 4. But before we get started, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to this channel if you want more creepypasta fanfictions to be read. Until then, let's get started. Max's point of view. I woke up and find my room filled with policemen and women. I know why or was in here. Dad? Which made everyone gasp and look at me besides my dad, who just ran up to me and hugged me really tight. Max, I'm so sorry I left you home alone, and I wasn't here when the killer came, kiddo, my dad said, crying on my shoulders. I patted his back and hugged him back. I remember about Isaiah. I wanted to make sure he was safe. Dad, where's Isaiah? I said in a blink of an eye, and his response, he's in the hospital from his injuries last night, but he'll be okay. Can we go see him? I want to see if he's okay, Dad, I said with a worried look on my face. He gave me a worried look and as well that he nodded and told every cop to get out of my room so I can change. I put a dark blue shirt, black leather jacket, and full blue jeans, and I had a black hat. That was dark blue letters saying reckless, and dark blue veins. Vines? Right as I finished changing, my dad was waiting for me at the door. Before I left, I saw a note that I had my name on it. I picked it up and began to read it. But what shocked me was who wrote it. Max, I'm sorry about what happened last night. I'll see you tonight. Make sure your dad's ain't home and your window is unlocked. Jeff. My head was hurting with questions filling my mind. I wonder what am I going to do, but I shook it off because my dad was asking me questions about everything he wants to know. When driving, my dad asked me why weren't I hurt, but Isaiah was. I didn't answer him. I had no way to respond. I guess I was lucky, I said nervously. My dad shook his head, laughed, saying, Max, yes, Dad, curiously. Just be careful, okay? My dad said with a worried look. I nodded and looked out the car window, wondering why does Jeff want me? Jeff's point of view. I watched Max leave her house with her dad. I wanted to know more about her, so I couldn't wait any longer. So I snuck into her room again. I went through all her stuff. In my surprise, we have a lot in common. I found pictures of her and what looks like her mom when she was about 5 or 6. She looked all happy. Seeing her smile in these pictures made me feel sane again. When I started to feel something in me, it was a feeling I never felt before for a really long time, but I don't want it. It is. I shook it off and continued to look through her stuff. All I found was skateboards that says Alan's Workshop Drawings, something called Young and Reckless. I stopped looking through her stuff when I heard a knock on the window, and to my surprise, it was Ben. Shit! How did he know I was here? I stomped right to the window and opened it. What the hell are you doing here? I yelled at Ben. I came to hang out with my bro, but it seems he's busy digging through some girl's room. Ben smirked. Dude, I don't have time for you. Leave me the fuck alone, I yelled. So his big head can hear? Fine. But tell me when you're done messing with this girl, Ben said and then laughed. I sighed and sat on Max's bed, waiting for her to come back. Max's point of view. I spent the rest of the day at the hospital taking care of Isaiah, and I was his assistant for today before I got tired and I had to go home. When I was on the driveway, I ran inside and told my dad bye before I left the house all alone. I was waiting for Jeff to come and say what he needed to say. I was out cold instantly. Psst, a voice said. I groaned and went back to sleep. Psst, a voice again. This time it was shaking me up. I groaned one more time before this person was carrying me. What the? I said, still sleepy. Hey Max, wake up. The voice said. My eyes opened wide to see Jeff carrying me. He just smiled and dropped me on my bed. We were both staring at each other for a long time before I spoke, to break the silence. "What do you want, Jeff?" I said curiously. "I wanted to ask you something really important, Max," he said, looking serious. "And what that is?" I said, worried. "Come live with me, Max," he whispered in my ear. "What?" I said, surprised, as Jeff carried me and ran out of the house with me in his arms. "Where are we going?" I said, scared. "To your new home, Max," he said with a grin on his face. "What?" I said, really in shock, but since I was still sleepy, I fell asleep in his arms.